Of course, I'm not seeing anything too clearly right now, am I? I mean, how could I, after 21 years of ironing your shirts and typing your papers and smiling incessantly at faculty teas and wheeling magazines around the hospitals, performing miracles with Star-Kissed tuna, cheering an ever-changing blur of students through their baseball, their basketball, their hockey, their basketball, and their baseball, and their hockey, and their football, and their basketball. Season after season, nothing ever changes. And then suddenly, you're Baroque, and I'm apparently early American.
Shirley MacLaine and Anthony Hopkins going through a midlife crisis and a change of seasons. That's one of the new holiday movies we'll be reviewing on this edition of Sneak Previews. Two critics talking about the new movies in town. And across the aisle from me is Gene Siskel, the film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
And this is Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times. Now, in addition to A Change of Seasons, which includes the second screen appearance by Bo Derek.
Well, I'm afraid the show is not going to go uphill from here. Remember that crummy movie from last October called Loving Couples, where Shirley MacLaine found out that her husband was cheating on her with a younger woman, and so she went out and decided to have an affair with a younger man. You remember that? Well, for some reason, Shirley MacLaine has made a second crummy movie on the very same subject. It's called A Change of Seasons, and this time, her husband is played by Anthony Hopkins. Hopkins is a college professor who has an affair with one of his students, played by Bo Derek, and then MacLaine, his long-suffering wife, has an affair with a hippie handyman, played by Michael Brandon. They all pretend to be real, liberated, cool, and open-minded about the whole thing, and in fact, both swinging couples take a winter vacation together in the scene where Hopkins and MacLaine trade nasty remarks while they wait for their lovers.
It's not too late.
You talking to me?
Who else would I be talking to, Ad?
It's not too late.
We could call the whole thing off.
Getting cold feet?
I'm not, but you seem less than joyful.
I've never felt more joyful.
Well, we could go alone, like we usually do.
What about Davy Crockett?
Pete. You'd understand. How about little Lulu?
Her name is Lindsay Rutledge. She'd probably be very upset, and because unlike you, she happens to love me.
I love you, too.
You have a very strange way of showing it.
What am I supposed to do? Like Dante, you have somehow moved to a higher circle of paradise.
I get it.
Morning!
It's for you.
I know.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
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 Cold hand?
I have a warm heart.
You park your Huskies good?
Actually, I have a pickup.
Hi, come in.
Hello, Karen. Hello.
Lindsay Rutledge, hi.
Lindsay Rutledge. Well, it's so wonderful to meet you.
I've been wanting to meet you for a long time.
Sad a fact. Why sad?
We have so much in common.
What?
Adam.
Yes, Adam is common.
Ha ha ha, very funny.
He's like this in the morning. I'm sorry. Of course, you know that already.
Hi, I'm Pete.
Lindsay Rutledge, hi.
Hiya.
He's very nice.
Him? Sure he is. Terrific.
No four human beings in the entire history of the world, in the entire history of the human race, in that situation ever said anything like that.
Yep.
A Change of Seasons is a completely ridiculous movie in which everybody stands around in the middle of impossible scenes like that one, trying to survive that awful dialogue in one piece. People don't talk like that. Mm-hmm. This movie is being promoted with a hot tub scene showing Bo Derek in the nude. Well, that scene is in the first 3 minutes of the film. It is the first 3 minutes of the film, and it has nothing to do with anything else in the movie. All it proves is that Bo Derek looks great when she's all wet and jumping up and down in a hot tub. Well, since she already proved that she looks great all wet in her first movie, 10, I think it's time she moved on to greater acting challenges.
Well, as you point out, since there's nothing else in the movie, let's deal with that Bo Derek issue right away. You know, this reminds me of a time I went to a carnival in Indiana, and they had a big sign out in front that said, "The man with the world's largest foot." You walk in, you pay your quarter or whatever it is, there he is, and you walk right out, and bang, it's over before it happens. So people are going to get roped into this picture, see Bo Derek nude again. It's over in 3 minutes, and you're gone. I mean, this is a classic carnival ripoff. There is nothing else in the film. Shirley MacLaine giggles halfway through this picture. I don't know what's going on in her career. I don't know why she would take a part like this. Anthony Hopkins, since he has nothing to do or a real character to play, you just notice his sotto voce mannerisms. Very bad.
You know what stuck out for me in this movie was the way they desperately tried to give characterizations to these people who had no real existence at all. For example, the Michael Brandon character, he has one speech. His parents were crushed by a semi-trailer truck. Then he moved to the North Woods. Then his family was wiped out by insecticides, you know. Then while we're crying over him, then we get another character, Bo Derek's father. Oh. What do they give him to make him seem like a character? He walks into this swinging weekend with a suitcase full of lobsters. It's just, it's totally, yeah, I thought, what's he doing with those lobsters? I mean, it has nothing to do with the scene.
Yeah, these are, again, not real people. A very mechanical movie, just that hello, 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 that kind of thing, not real people.
You're right. A Change of Seasons stars Shirley MacLaine, Bo Derek, and Anthony Hopkins in a change-your-partner sex comedy that is incredibly idiotic. Two very, very strong no votes for that one.